It's an honor to speak to you, first of all. Thank you for sitting down with us. We're here to discuss the Oman Golf Trophy. Can you tell me what you think about this initiative as a whole?
So first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. And yes, we went to the conference a few days ago for the launch of this initiative. I'm very excited, and I think that we are all very excited. Omani and Italian is the first and unique initiative of this kind, and is absolutely a new way of doing diplomacy, for sure.
Okay, and last time we spoke in the press conference, you mentioned that initiatives like this help to make Oman more visible to Italy and to Europe as a whole. The trophy has already started. Do you feel that so far this is being done? Oman is being made more visible to Italy through this initiative?
Of course, locally this is unavoidable because you see an initiative done in Italy by a country that nobody knows enough. So you can have advertising, or you can even go to your club and see golf organized by Oman, and then you start to say or ask yourself, where is Oman? What is doing Oman? Is it a nice country? And then maybe you develop a curiosity. So this is happening for sure, for sure. And we will see the final result at the end of the initiative. The purpose is, of course, to develop tourism, business, and in general more relations and cooperations between the two countries.
Okay, and why do you feel Italians or Europeans would want to invest in Oman to begin with?
So, first of all, there is a need to know Oman as a destination, both for tourism and for investment. And these initiatives are done with a specific purpose, and they represent a very new form of investment from your government abroad. And I'm very happy that they started with Italy. There are many reasons why they did this. So I would like, first of all, to congratulate His Highness, the Minister of Culture, Youth and Sports for this initiative, but also to commend the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Gulf Association, the Ministry of Tourism, and the other ministry, all the public and private sectors who join the effort to organize this event, because this is really what we need to increase our cooperation. Oman has a lot of potential in terms of both tourism, of course, and also investment. They are just not yet well known, I believe, in Europe. And promotion could be the source of the success.
So, okay, do you feel that, so first, before I ask this question, you mentioned that there's a reason that Italy was chosen first.
Yeah.
Why do you think Italy was chosen?
The cooperation between Italy and Oman is a very well structured in many sectors. I believe that Italy is one of the richest countries in the European Union, so there is a potential for Oman in investing in Italy for this kind of initiatives, because especially if you target high-ranking investors or tourists that are a bit exigent, you can of course find them in Italy. This is one reason. Italy is one of the most the economy in Europe that currently are growing more than others. And to be very honest, I believe that there is a very close human link between the two cultures, and it's easy for both sides to have reciprocal exchanges in many fields. We have the same values. We like we are very we like very much family, and we have a tolerant culture. We like dialogue, and I see that all the Italians, the businessmen who comes to Oman, they find easily to agree on something with your money, on the same way. There is not, like if you don't have a different culture even.
Okay.
So I believe that this is also a reason.
Okay, so you're Italian ambassador to Oman, so you have a close link to both countries, and from what you've seen is that there's actually a lot of similarities, what you're saying, between the culture itself.
Yeah, between the culture itself. Italy hosts the Catholic Church.
Okay.
And Rome hosts the largest mosque in Europe.
Okay.
And we have the oldest synagogue in Rome. And one of the pillars of our foreign policy is interreligious dialogue, respect, and dialogue in general. What I see in Oman is exactly the same. You are extremely tolerant, and you respect everybody from a cultural and from a religious point of view. And as a matter of, let's say, human values, we also have the same approach to when we say hi, when we sit at table, when we invite friends, and when we go out. The link of the young with the old within a family. And then we are linked by the beauty of our lands.
Very true.
They're totally different, but we have amazing mountains, amazing seas, beach. You have the desert. We don't have the desert.
Okay.
Maybe we have lakes, but anyway, it's a very compatible partnership.
Okay. So this started mainly with Italy. Do you think this can serve as a door for the rest of Europe, for Oman?
It is already, because Italy hosts normally many foreigners, many tourists. So already the fact that you are organizing this in my country is already a window to showcase Oman for the rest of Europe. I can remember that when Italy hosted the Expo in Milan in 2015, Oman finished to be extremely successful because a direct flight Muscat-Milan started to be on a daily basis. And then the tourists from Italy discovered the existence of Oman, and direct flight, charter flight for many other cities directly to Salalah. So first of all, Italy is a door for Oman to Europe. And that was also an idea, very concrete, that we explored at the beginning of my mandate. Then COVID has a bit made it slower this, but the idea of having, for example, Milan as the door of the fish of Oman to Europe. So Italy can be the door of Oman for many, many other reasons. We mentioned tourism, we mentioned sport, I mentioned also fishery, but it can happen. And of course, if now Oman decided to explore a new form of advanced diplomacy from sport, youths, or even economic diplomacy or cultural diplomacy, you can repeat with a lot of success this experience in other countries.
Okay.
And they would open, I'm sure in Europe, they would love to open the door to you.
So you mentioned something interesting, the fisheries in Milan. So Milan is looking to invest in fisheries in Oman and have Milan be the door to other parts of Europe in terms of the fisheries industry?
So Milan has the direct flight from Muscat. We don't have other direct flight between Oman and Italy. So this is why the choice of Milan as a door. But the interest in cooperation comes from the the Association of Italian Fishermen. We have two. One is Assoittica and the other one is Federpesca. Both are in direct contact with the Ministry of Fishery and Agriculture of Oman. They met many times, and the embassy supported financially a program for training a number of representatives from the Omani fisheries in order to develop this kind of cooperation in practice, because we are in Italy linked to the European Union rules as far as fisheries. And to deal with another country, we should apply the same standards and the same rules. So the purpose of this training course that now should finish with a business meeting between the two parties has been exactly sharing the knowledge as a priority to develop the cooperation. Yeah, but we really would love to develop this cooperation.
Okay, and other fields include, other fields of cooperation between Italy and Oman would include, for example?
Oh, many sectors. First of all, our economies are very complementary. If you don't consider the sector of oil and gas, where, of course, we are in different positions. But, for example, all the sector of the Vision 2040 correspond exactly to the main or the most, the strongest sectors of the Italian economy.
Okay.
That is agriculture, food processing, fishery, tourism, mining, of course, urban sustainability, development in digitalization, and we can cooperate, and we are already starting cooperating in many sectors. For example, as far as the urban sustainability and development, we just had a delegation from Italy, and they met many interlocutors, including ministers and the president of the municipality of Muscat, to share views and to offer the support, the knowledge, our technology or ideas as far as the urban development. We link very much this cooperation also in the future perspective of hosting again in Italy the Expo in 2030, and this I hope would be another option for Oman to be seen and promoted in Europe.
Okay. So now maybe let's talk about tourism.
Yeah.
Oman has been seeing a growing number of Italian tourists coming in, maybe with the exception of COVID for a short while.
Yeah.
But then still we have a large number of Italian tourists coming in. Why do you think, maybe we mentioned that because of the similarities between the two nations, but is there anything else that makes Italian tourists want to come in? And okay, answer that, then I'll
yeah,
add.
of course. This is a very simple question.
Okay.
I mean, Oman is so beautiful. It's so rich of culture. It's so rich of emotions, of beauty. You can offer to tourists everything. And with the kindness of the people, with an important past, with a brilliant future, and so it's not difficult to see Italians coming. And by the way, you're right. Italians before COVID were the number who was growing faster among the European tourists. And yes, COVID, of course,
With a pause,
reduced.
maybe.
But now I know that, again, charters are coming back, planes are fully booked, and I really wish to have a direct flight also to other destinations in Italy.
Other than Milan.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were speaking to Italians now, directly to an Italian,
Yes.
what would you tell them about coming to visit Oman?
So I would say, please come with a lot of time, because like Italy, Oman needs many trips, not one, many destinations to have one real journey. Because once you can have the emotions of the sea, and by the way, in a different way, because Alala is not Sifa or Kasab. So we don't. You really can come many times to see every time a different destination, and I would say be prepared to a unique experience, unforgettable. Don't be surprised if the mountains are sometimes even more beautiful than the sea, because you don't expect. Coming from Italy, you expect to be in the ocean, the Indian Ocean, with all the exotic idea of the ocean, the turtles and the sea life. But maybe you don't expect to see what I saw in Jabal Akdar or in the villages around the mountain.
Okay, mashallah, you've been around Oman a few years. Do you have any favorite spots, like top 2, top 3?
Oh, this is very difficult.
Difficult for me too.
Very, very difficult, and I would have same difficulty in saying for Italy. No, I would say come many times to Oman and try and see as much as possible.
Very nice. Okay, as one of the last questions, do you wish to see more collaboration between the two countries? In which area would you wish that they would collaborate more?
Again, the matter of promoting Oman in Italy is essential.
Okay.
Because I can present the opportunities for people and companies available in Oman to my country. But it's not the same if it is Oman to promote itself in Italy.
Yeah.
So I would suggest cultural diplomacy.
Okay.
To develop it is very important. We are developing Italy on the basis of our cultural diplomacy. For example, we have every year all the embassies abroad promote the language, the Italian language abroad. So we will have in a few days the week of the Italian language in Oman, and with many events involving universities, involving lectures, involving presentations in some galleries here in Oman, with the purpose and the theme this year will be very nice, will be the development of the language through social media. So Italy has acquired, like I guess Arabic and other countries, some words taken by the media, and they became part of our dictionary unexpectedly. So we want to study here in Oman what is the similarities of the evolution of our languages due to social media, to the young people say how they sometimes speak differently, how the languages can evolve accordingly to this. Or for example, we have another kind of initiative that links culture to cuisine. You know that Italian cuisine is very much linked to our culture. And so, for example, we have in November a week of the Italian cuisine in the world. And of course, we will have a week of the Italian cuisine in Oman, again with many initiatives. This could be an idea for Oman to present itself in other way. For example, the perfumes of Oman. You are brilliant and unique in the sector with your luban and your traditions of frankincense. So you may establish the week or the day of frankincense all around the world to promote your country. Nice. We have, for example, the day of the contemporary art, or the day of cinema, or the day of design. This is all these days have the purpose to promote this specific sector abroad, and this is implied that the embassies organize events involving the local communities, the local authorities, and the local companies, the private sector, to see how to develop forms of cooperation in these matters. So I think that is a new way of interpreting the public and diplomatic activity that of course remain also the traditional one of policy and peacekeeping as much as possible, but we need also to consider the ambassadors at the disposal of the community, of the sports, of the youth, of the economic system.
Just as a final note, can you say something please to the camera in Italian discussing the Oman Golf Trophy?
Intanto ringrazio tutti moltissimo per avermi dato questa possibilità e soprattutto per aver dato questa possibilità all'Italia di ospitare il torneo di golf. È un'iniziativa originale, interessante, che mira ad attirare l'attenzione di una fascia della popolazione italiana che più di tutte sono sicura sarà interessata all'Oman. La finale sarà a Mascate a marzo, quindi spero di vedervi tutti di nuovo in Oman al più presto e soprattutto di vincere il trofeo.
Thank you very much.